In recent news, RichwCampBell returns to streaming after the allegations got dropped. Here is Rich, first stream back on Twitch.
Thing that you've like built up on the stream is just going to go away, and then you're not going to have anything, which I think is like the existential fear of streaming. And truthfully, don't really have that fear anymore because, you know, I didn't get live for 3 years and kind of did lose everything, and, you know, everything's kind of fine. Not gonna lie, my life is pretty okay. I think the worst day of my life obviously was when my dad passed away, but beyond that,
In the latest Twitch news, in 2022 a major controversy erupted around Twitch streamer Mizkif after a wave of allegations spread online suggesting that he had helped cover up a SA incident. If you guys missed that drama, and Ludwig responding years later, be sure to check out my recent video with full coverage. The link is in description or end of video. During this month after Ludwig publicly addressed the issue, Mizkif responded with raw honesty, revealing the extent of the damage the video had done to his life in the following response to Ludwig.
Hey, what's up? It's Mizkif. September 2022, I was accused of covering up sexual assault by Trainwreck TV. This resulted in the biggest drama that has ever happened in the history of Twitch, where dozens of the top content creators attacked me for weeks, saying that I covered up sexual assault and I deserved to be banned. Ludwig was one of those content creators who made a video titled Twitch is Collapsing with over 3 million views. This video told people that I was the only one involved in this whole thing, and I orchestrated basically a cover-up. This resulted in me losing so many of my fans, torpedoed my career, destroyed my mental health to something that I don't know if ever will come back, and has ruined my life and almost everyone I know around me. I'm not doing this as a hit piece on Ludwig. I really don't care that he apologized or said that he f***ed up. I'm making this video because I think a lot of people on Twitch understand that it was false and understand that it's not true. But on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, a lot of people hate me because of this. I hate that this happened, but I keep moving on. And if you're someone that watched me over the years but thought I did that, give me another chance. And if you're someone that hated me already because of this, you'll probably hate me watching my content anyway. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this gives me a little bit of closure.
His numbers have got to be low. What the F is he on about? The biggest drama on Twitch. This is by far not the biggest drama on Twitch. The fact is that the SA cover-up allegations were the tip of the iceberg for him and friends at OTK. He knows this too, and did the hassle and route of ignoring it until now. I used to watch Trainwrecks, but after a while he got more and more unhinged and spewed some of the most insane things. This was one of them. I'm not a fan of Mizkif, but we all know that he got royally screwed over this. Wait, was all that debunked? I thought it seemed fairly ironclad. Some dude felt up a drunk girl, and these people all went to go talk her down for making a big public stink about it. And that girl ended up being blackballed by all these streamers. Which part of that isn't true? I'm not going to lie, Miz got fed over. I'm an example of a former Mizkif viewer who was influenced by misinformation. I stopped watching him entirely after word spread about the cover-up. I can't imagine how many daily viewers of his also had their viewpoints shifted over it. Asmongold comments on RichwCampBell return.
Rich is back. I heard about this. He's still got the same hat too. Of all that time. And bro, just saying words. Yeah, he is. And let me go back. I'll see if I can find a few more of these. And you know, like as I said, there's not going to be any comments on any of the situation that happened with any of that. You're not going to get a single word out of me. I'm sorry. And yeah, but I did talk to him. I've talked to him. And you know.
From what Rich is saying on stream right now, it sounds like he doesn't hold a grudge against anyone involved in his cancellation. Either he is a super forgiving person, or at least him and Asmon had a talk and came to some sort of agreement. If he really said someone being that forgiving comes easy though. Ridiculous that Asmon tries to show any glimpse of integrity here, but we know this cockroach has none. He was good friends with Rich back then, and PB Billy was sad about it, but he still threw him under the bus. Not saying Rich is innocent, we will never know, I guess. But Asmon will always only look out for his own needs. I remember how fiercely he defended his wife-beater Best Briend as well. I guess it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. Rich already interacted with Mizkif in his chat today. He's on good terms with Asmon as well, but there is a lot of tension between Miz and Asmongold. I want to see some pitchforks and picking sides. Let's go. In other news, a live stream clip went viral recently after streamer PeachJars sharply criticized fellow streamer Tectone, calling his audience low IQ. She framed her remarks as a critique not just of Tectone's content, but of how his presentation style and frequent factual mistakes influenced the perception of his viewership. PeachJars referenced past instances where Tectone allegedly made glaring errors, like misplacing the location of Pearl Harbor and claiming World War II occurred in the 1800s, to support her argument that some of the audience's beliefs could stem from misinformation. Here is PeachJars calling Tectone in the following stream.
I said what we were all thinking. That was it. That was genuinely it. This wasn't me coming out with this massive political statement. It wasn't. And genuinely, like, I know he's probably gonna break some shit down or not, because he's probably like, I don't want to give her attention, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. But dude, you were genuinely so chill And I know you're just grifting. I'm sorry. And I just know from the bottom of the heart, you just can't sit there. Like, your audience is going to believe you, and that's fine. Whatever. I do think you guys have a lower IQ. Genuinely, I'm sorry I feel that way, but your heart's not in it, and I don't know what the happened. And that's genuinely it. There is nothing crazy to say about that. Look, and then people are like, you're not speaking about this situation, that situation. This is something, the Tectone situation has been going on in my life, in my friend circle for well over a year and a half, where people have been like, what the is going on? What is going on? And I just got to my breaking point, okay? Is that a lot of people want me to speak on people that I hang out with or I know, but the thing is, you guys want me to sit on live stream fails and do research about everybody I know and make exact statements. These are real people that I experience day-to-day life with. I have been mulling on this for years to just tell him to shut the fuck up. This is not my usual content. I think he's dumb. I think he's homophobic. And did I mention dumb? That's it. Years, yes, because I deal with this. I mean, yes, I heard about several years about him being a piece of shit, but that's what I mean, is that it was so confusing. It was a genuine, like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. That is it. That is it. And for a while, I'm invited to events where I'm not 100% sure of everybody I'm doing events with, okay? There's some people that I like more, and there's some people I don't like as much. And at these streamer events, not everybody is holding hands and getting along and skipping around. But if you want to be relevant and you want to have a job, you show up to the events and you smile at the camera and you wave hello, okay? That's how it is. And regardless of how you feel about it, until the end of time, it's always going to be like that. It is always going to be like that. Obviously now, if I have strong opinions on somebody, I probably wouldn't show up to events. I probably wouldn't. Wow, no, actually, I haven't. There have been events I don't show up to because I'm like, that is close proximity to people I don't get along with.
She wouldn't know this, but a pretty good amount of his original audience was ostracized because of what he's doing now. His Twitter community basically died overnight. The majority of his audience now are just Asmon viewers that watch him when Asmon's offline. He's literally always been a scumbag personality, even when he was more chill a few years back. You can watch any of the Eggs and Bacon or WE podcast he did with Emiru and Asmongold and clearly see it. He domineered and steered conversation into uncomfortable places and genuinely constantly talked down on Emiru live on the podcast. He said homophobic and sexist things regularly, at least once to twice per episode. Asmon just sat there and complacently agreed with him every single time, while Emiru was reduced to speaking between the two men every once in a blue moon, lest what she says gets immediately dissected by Tectone. My girlfriend would watch their podcast, and I remember how often something him or Asmon would say would shoot my eyebrows up. Welcome back, destroyed by Asmongold and CO.
To me, do you still have the OTK tattoo? Yo, if anybody knows a tattoo removal place, like, is there anybody who knows how to get this off my fucking leg? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, does anybody in chat own a fucking laser, dude? Every time I take a goddamn I'm looking at that shit, bro. Dude, do you know how that was? Every single day waking up and being like, rest in peace!